Hello guys, today I will guide you exploring the top 25 places around the world. Let's dive in. Number 1. Paris lives up to its hype, a city with unbelievable food and culture, plus stunning views everywhere you turn. With 18 arrondissements, it's a lot to see in one trip, but each neighborhood has a personality all its own. You can't miss the iconic 7th, where art and history meet. There's the Eiffel Tower, sure, but the impressive Musée du Quai Branly is just a short walk away. It houses an amazing collection of indigenous art. Or hit up Montmartre the 18th with its boho shops and cozy brasseries. It's a must-stop on the way up or down from Sacré-Cœur. While the French practically invented fine dining, don't skip the street food. Paris has world-class kebabs and falafel. But no matter where you are, be sure to pop into a sidewalk cafe, sip a glass of wine, and people watch. It's the way to get a taste of true Parisian culture. Number 2. Dubai is a destination that mixes modern culture with history, adventure with world-class shopping and entertainment. Catch a show at the Dubai Opera, see downtown from atop the Burj Khalifa, and spend an afternoon along Dubai Creek exploring the gold, textile and spice souks. If you're looking for thrills, you can float above the desert dunes in a hot air balloon, climb aboard a high-speed ride at IMG Worlds of Adventure, or skydive over the Palm Jumeirah. Number 3. Bali is a living postcard, an Indonesian paradise that feels like a fantasy. Soak up the sun on a stretch of fine white sand, or commune with the tropical creatures as you dive along coral ridges or the colourful wreck of a World War II ship. On shore, the lush jungle shelters stone temples and mischievous monkeys. The artistic capital of Ubud is the perfect place to see a cultural dance performance, take a batik or silversmithing workshop, or invigorate your mind and body in a yoga class. Number 4. From Shoreditch's swaggering style to Camden's punky vibe and chic Portobello Road, London is many worlds in one. The city's energy means that no 2 days are the same. Explore royal or historic sites, tick off landmarks from your bucket list, eat and drink in exclusive Michelin-starred restaurants, enjoy a pint in a traditional pub, or get lost down winding cobbled streets and see what you stumble across. When it comes to London, the possibilities are endless. Number 5. The charming Vietnamese capital has aged well, preserving the old quarter, monuments and colonial architecture, while making room for modern developments alongside. Hanoi may have shrugged off several former names, including Thang Long or Ascending Dragon. But it hasn't forgotten its past, as sites such as Ho Chi Minh's mausoleum and Hoi Lo prison attest. Lakes, parks, shady boulevards, and more than 600 temples and pagodas add to the appeal of this city, which is easily explored by taxi. Number 6. Sunny Cancun has much more to offer than its party town reputation might suggest. Plenty of gorgeous, drama-free family resorts cater to folks who want to experience the tropical Yucatan climate. There are significant Mayan ruins here, such as El Rey and the Yamildu, a crumbling tower of pale grey stone. Learn more about this ancient civilization at the Museo Maya de Cancun. For a literal taste of Mexico, take a tour of the Museo Sensorial del Tequila. Number 7. The Red City of Marrakesh is a magical place, brimming with markets, gardens, palaces and mosques. Exploring the intimate courtyards and snaking alleyways of the historic Medina can easily eat up a day. Find inner peace at the serene Jardin Majorelle, or take in the beauty of one of the city's historic mosques, taking note that unless you are Muslim, you are not allowed to enter. Number 8. The birthplace of both the king of the Olympian gods and of modern European civilization, Crete is a Mediterranean jewel. It's rich with archaeological and mythological history that's reflected in its ancient ruins and cultural attractions. Soak up the charming atmosphere of Chania Town's old Venetian harbour, or the fortresses and monasteries of Rethymnon. The awesome Minoan ruins of Malia date to 1900 BC, and majestic mountain. Ida is said to be home to the cave where Zeus was born. Number 9. This city on the central Vietnamese coast is a well-preserved example of the important Southeast Asian trading port. It was from the 15th-19th centuries. Already a common stop for backpackers, it is becoming better known to tourists. On the 14th day of each lunar month, the town trades its electric lights for traditional coloured lanterns. Sites include the Japanese covered bridge and the Kwang Kong Temple. Let the town's expert tailors make you some bespoke clothing. Number 10. Rome wasn't built in a day, and you'll need much more than a day to take in this timeless city. The city is a real-life collage of piazzas, open-air markets and astonishing historic sites. Toss a coin into the Trevi Fountain. Contemplate the Colosseum and the Pantheon and sample a perfect espresso or gelato before spending an afternoon shopping at the Campo de' Fiori or Via Veneto. Enjoy some of the most memorable meals of your life here too, from fresh pasta to succulent fried artichokes or a tender oxtail stew. Number 11. New Delhi is all at once chaotic and calm, a complicated city where cows often wander the shanty-lined streets. The 17th century Red Fort is a mass of domes and turrets, while Chandni Chowk is an exercise in friendly haggling. Jantar Mantar features larger-than-life sundials and astronomical instruments that are still used to predict the weather. Travellers and locals flock to the India Gate, the national monument of India that honours the soldiers who died in World War I and the Third Afghan War. Number 12. Istanbul. Over the centuries, many cultures have added their mark to this prized piece of land. Today, you can experience those influences firsthand by exploring Istanbul's Mahalli's neighbourhoods. From the holy sites of Sultanahmet and the 19th century European elegance of Beyoğlu to the high fashion of Nişantaşı, the vibrant cafe society of Kadıköy and the football-loving streets of Besiktas, it's easy to see why travellers say that Istanbul isn't just one city, but many cities within one. Number 13. Incan majesty and Andean Baroque exist side by side in Cusco's stone streets, epitomised by the Coriacancha Palace and the Church of Santo Domingo flanking the Plaza de Armas. In this high-altitude melting pot of Amerindian and Mestizo culture, you'll find extraordinary textiles, lively summer festivals, and archaeological wonders. Number 14. Barcelona feels a bit surreal appropriate, since Salvador Dali spent time here, and Spanish Catalan architect Antoni Gaudí designed several of the city's buildings. Stepping into Gaudí's Church of the Sacred Family is a bit like falling through the looking-glass a journey that you can continue with a visit to Park Güell. Sip sangria at a sidewalk cafe in Las Ramblas while watching flamboyant street performers, then create your own movable feast by floating from tapas bar to tapas bar. Number 15. Golden palaces, floating markets, majestic porcelain-laid spires. You've never seen a capital city quite like Bangkok. Visit Pratunam or Siam Square for premium shopping, then unwind in the European-style gardens of Dusit. Thonburi is home to the awesome Water-Run Temple, and over in Phra Nakhon you'll find the Wat Pho Temple of the Reclining Buddha. Savour mango sticky rice at a food stall before taking in the gilded splendour of the Grand Palace. Number 16. The DR delights visitors with its mix of white sand beaches and gingerbread Victorian architecture. 900 miles of Caribbean coastline make the Hispaniola Island country a beach lover's paradise. A trip to Puerto Plata and ride the cable car up Mount Isabel de Torres, or groove to the steel drum beats of cabaret nightlife. The breezy palms and sparkling waters of Punta Cana make it a true tropical paradise. Number 17. Playa del Carmen is one of the top diving destinations in the world, thanks to vibrant sea life and dazzling underwater caverns. On dry land, Playa is a hipper and more modern version of the fishing village it once was. Spend some quality time on the golf course or wave hello to the playful spider monkeys at the Jungle Place Sanctuary, explore the ancient ruins of the Koba Mayan village, or get in some quality people watching as you shop and stroll along Fifth Avenue. Number 18. Thailand's largest island is an international magnet for beach lovers and serious divers, who enthusiastically submerge themselves in the Andaman Sea. Blue lagoons and salmon sunsets make for a dream-like atmosphere, and indeed, a vacation here can feel a bit surreal. Water sports are the most popular activities, though once you've had enough sun, there's still plenty to explore at the island's aquariums, gardens, and Buddhist temples. Number 19. So many of Madrid's buildings look like castles, you'll think you've stumbled into a fairy tale. Even City Hall is astounding with its white pinnacles and neo-Gothic features. A self-guided architecture tour can begin by the Great Bear statue in the central Puerta del Sol. Wander by the fanciful royal palace before absorbing the natural beauty of Retiro Park, then visit one of the city's many museums. You could happily cap off each day by nibbling on forkfuls of pala while sipping Spanish Rioja. Number 20. Hurghada. Stunning coral reefs and turquoise waters perfect for windsurfing have made Hurghada, on Egypt's Red Sea coast, a busy resort town. Within easy reach of the stunning Gifton Islands and the eastern Arabian desert, Hurghada has seen enormous amounts of development in the past decade, and yes, it does seem overrun with tourists at times. But it's a relatively easy beach escape for Europeans, and some of the world's best diving and snorkeling sites are just offshore. Walk or catch a cab to explore the old quarter El Daha. Number 21. When the morning light washes over the overgrown temples and ruins of Angkor Wat, a simple Siem Reap sunrise becomes a profound event. The ancient structures are contained within one of the largest religious complexes in the world. The complex and the 12th century Angkor Thom Royal City are considered the main reasons to visit Siem Reap. Get a lesson in national history at the Cambodian Cultural Village, and a lesson in bargaining at the Angkor Night Market, a bonanza of shopping stalls, food vendors, and bars. Number 22. The museums of Lisbon celebrate the rich history and culture of this Portuguese capital city. The Maritime Museum is perfect for kids and grown-ups who adore all things nautical, while the Casa Museu Doctor. Anastasio Goncalves is a hidden gem of colourful artwork. To fully appreciate the city's dramatic stone architecture, you can take a guided walking tour or customize your own tour, making sure to visit the Padrão dos Descobrimentos, the Mosteiro dos Jerónimos, and the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Torre de Belém. Number 23. Amsterdam. This city, full of colourful homes, canals and bridges, is one of Europe's most picturesque capitals. Must-sees on any visitor's itinerary include the Anne Frank House, the Van Gogh Museum, and the world's only floating flower market. Rent a bike and join thousands of locals navigating Amsterdam's labyrinthine streets, or just take in the sights on foot. For an unusual and memorable alternative to hotels, consider staying in a houseboat. Number 24. Kathmandu, Nepal's capital, is surrounded by a valley full of historic sites, ancient temples, shrines, and fascinating villages. Mingle with locals and animals amid Durbar Square's monuments, or join mountain trekkers in the bustling Thamel district. Explore shops for exquisite work by local artisans. Carpets and paper prints are specialties. Number 25. Conquering New York in one visit is impossible. Instead, hit the must-sees: the Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and then explore off the beaten path with visits to the cloisters or one of the city's libraries. Indulge in the bohemian shops of the West Village or the fine dining of the Upper West Side. The bustling marketplace inside of Grand Central Station gives you a literal taste of the best the city has to offer. Thank you for watching. For more tour guide, like and subscribe.